to support their work. And the woman shot and killed was Renee Nicole Good. Jake McDaniel, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
A chase that started in Westfield on Tuesday ended on the east side of Indianapolis, and police say they've charged a man and a 17-year-old boy after what they say was a drug deal going down. When detectives tried to stop the person driving the car near Keystone Parkway and 116th Street, the person driving the car took off on the highway. The car finally stopped at Sherman Drive and 25th. The passenger got out of the car and bailed out, police say, and the driver stayed. He was taken into custody. Police found 2 handguns, including one reported stolen, a machine gun conversion device, an extended magazine, and a pound of marijuana. Kahari Dunbar faces multiple felony charges, and prosecutors say they're charging the 17-year-old boy as an adult. And Indianapolis city leaders say they broke ground on a $350 million Ritz-Carlton Live Nation development right across the street from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Simons, Mayor Joe Hogsett, and Indiana Governor Mike Braun all at the event. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next. It's 6:04.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Yeah, West Side drivers are looking at an entrance ramp that's closed because of a crash. It is a fatal crash running from Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70. That ramp is closed here for the moment as they do their investigation. Now, south side, this is a problem. Looking at northbound 65 at Raymond Street, a crash partially blocking the entrance from Raymond, also taking out the right lane. This is a construction zone, a bad one, leaving only the left lane available for travel, stopping us almost to South Keystone Avenue. Delay down to about Troy right now. A 13-minute delay if you're making your way up northbound 65 into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunken drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place of MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. We'll see increasing clouds. A beautiful day today with mild temperatures. A high of 61. There could be a few showers arriving, fairly light, by the mid and late afternoon hours. Tonight, cloudy skies, scattered showers. There could be a few gusty thunderstorms after midnight tonight. Steady temperatures hanging out in the upper 50s to around 60 overnight. Friday, some scattered showers in the morning. Just kind of windy, but still mild through the day, a high of 63. And then it's back to reality this weekend. Saturday, scattered rain in the morning. May flip the switch to a mixed bag of rain and snow, 47 for your high. Sunday, cloudy, some scattered light snow showers, and a high only of 31.
Okay, well, that's just weird.
It is. It is.
But I was once told by a wise old woman, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Oh yeah.
I was duly informed by Arnold's and Willis's maid.
It's like an old Chinese proverb, right?
Right.
Yes.
That's exactly what it's like. It's like an old Chinese proverb.
That's right.
More like an ancient Chinese secret, huh? Honestly, guys, if you want to play with me on the 70s and 80s, you can. But I'm going to crush you today.
That's right.
I did Facts of Life, Different Strokes, and a Calgon. Actually, yeah, it was a Calgon commercial, right? All three. All three. Get that from Bob and Tom. Not going to happen.
Nope.
Not gonna happen. Sometimes I just do the show for me. You know that, right? It's just.
Well, I mean, it's called the Tony
satisfy.
Katz. Right.
Yeah.
Tony Katz in the Morning News, right? Your name.
It might as well be Tony Katz satisfies the voice in his head. Like, sometimes. That's all there is.
That's right. But you're the
Marcus,
best.
you're a good man. I gotta go.
We'll see you,
I
buddy.
gotta go. So he wanted to chime in. He wanted to jump in. He's a good guy. I like Marcus, but I gotta run. We got ourselves a day. We've got 37 degrees right now in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:09. So everybody knew about the fraud. And it really does look like Governor Walz and a whole host of people did nothing about it. This fraud is not limited to Minnesota. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Stories out of Ohio about daycare centers getting over $850,000 taxpayer dollars and no kids. No kids. Then you've got this reporting that I would like to hear someone in the General Assembly talk to me about. According to Alex Berenson, Indiana Medicaid spent $611 million on autism behavioral therapy in 2023, which is up 30-fold from 2017. So we spent $21 million in 2017. The Medicaid spend was $11.6 billion. And now, that's the total Medicaid spend. So it was 0.2%. And now we spent $17.8 billion in 2023, and it was 3.4%. That number did go down in 2024. What's happening there? Is this indeed fraud? Or is this a slow, natural creep up because, hey, there's a program, and why don't we just put your kid in the program? It's not necessarily fraud. We think it might be right, but it's just easier. What happens when the fraud is institutionalized? This is what you do because this is just the way you get the money. You just do this, and that's how you get the money, and no one questions. What's our story, Indiana? Did we think we were immune? We are not. Not for a second and not by a long shot. Even when you saw the House Oversight Committee, James Comer's committee there, talking to these Minnesota officials.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea.
What happens?
You get it now. You call it an early present for next year, like 11 months early, which takes you from the worst ever to the best ever.
Did I miss it? Did we just...
The spot,
did I hit the wrong button?
Automation's acting weird, Tony, this morning.
So I'm not crazy. Like, I was in the middle of a conversation, and then the commercial came, but it wasn't supposed to come because we zigged when we should have zagged?
It's been a strange morning. That's all I can say.
Like a couple things went to pot. It's going to happen from time to time, guys. And I know you've all been dealing with it. We have too. We love you. Going to keep getting the stuff fixed. The move has been something unique, but we're here together. I'll talk more about this fraud story. Keep it here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Their acquisition at 6:32, brought to you by IBJ's February events, Excellence in Healthcare on February 10th, and Hunger and Health, sponsored by Gleaners, February 12th. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance, and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership. Enter Auto House Merkel. Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent at a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership. Book service now at AutoHouseMerkel.com.
Applied Innovation customer Tom Cripps, CFO with Hungerford CPAs and Advisors, depends heavily on Applied Innovation during tax season for copiers, printers, and also secure shredding services.
We have a heavy need during tax season for a lot of documents that we need to confidentially dispose of.
Applied Innovation keeps your business up and running during critical times?
Absolutely. I mean, they've been great, and the service has been second to none.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
Bottom line benefit is fast service, keeping the business up and running in efficient times and times that we need to get things done quickly. And I would say that trust relationship with Applied that they've provided with us and us with them, that we can count on them when we need to.
Applied Innovation, people you can count on. Call today 800-521-0983 or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, fast, friendly, amazing.
Are you ready to build your custom dream home? Joiner Homes is ready to make your dream come true. Over 18 years, Joiner Homes, based out of Greenfield, have built hundreds of homes in central Indiana, and the best place to start is joinerhomes.com. That's where you'll find pricing, photos of completed Joiner homes to inspire you, available home sites, and info on where you can visit their model homes, and a lot more. Be sure to check out Joiner Homes' 5-star Google reviews. Get started today at joinerhomes.com.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis, guaranteed, or your money back. No matter how many times you failed in the past, this hypnosis is guaranteed to work.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I've lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
What are you waiting for? Lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Only $59.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Hypnosis Thursday, January 29th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss hypnosis 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking hypnosis at 8 p.m. Or Saturday, January 31st at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss hypnosis 11 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 2 p.m. Registration 30 minutes before. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Hey, Matt, what's going on?
What's happening, Tony? Looking at northbound 65 on the south side. This is a bad crash that's going to tie us up here in this construction zone. We're backed up from Raymond to Keystone Avenue for a 31-minute delay already, and the crash just happened a little bit ago. We're down to one lane, left lane only, and that entrance coming in from Raymond to northbound 65, that's partially blocked, so a real mess there in the construction zone. And on the west side, this is a fatal crash going from Sam Jones Expressway on the entrance ramp to eastbound 70. That ramp is closed for investigation. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement and waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at indianafoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
This shooting that took place in Minneapolis with ICE, I will tell you, I am amazed we didn't see riots last night. Well, of course we didn't see riots last night in Minneapolis. Tony, it was too cold. Wait for the summer. Besides, no one's going to riot over a white woman being killed. I swear to you, that was the response. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. And hey, if anything sounds a little bit weird, there's like 100 weird things going on. It's not you. It's totally us. It absolutely stinks, but everybody's doing their job and working on it. So together, we get through it. I'm going to now relay to you what happened. My relaying of the story is very different than how Chris Hayes relayed the story with Stephen Colbert last night. One of us is going to tell you the story. One of us is going to tell you a story. All right? Let's start with Chris Hayes, shall we? If I could play it right.
Is that the president has sort of declared one of his occasional occupations of an American city that he feels is excessively liberal. He's done.
The president of the United States, realizing that illegal immigration is wrong and is a serious problem in our country that affects everybody, regardless of their political affiliation, is utilizing Immigration and Customs Enforcement under his purview to be able to deal with the problem and remove those people who are in the country illegally, who have violated our laws, and whether engaged in criminal acts or not, are creating issue. Now, some people have been let go, most people have been deported, and some people are still in jail.
Done this with Los Angeles, he's done it with Chicago, he's done it with Portland. There was a surge of immigration enforcement directed to Minnesota.
He hasn't done this with enough cities, and America voted for President Donald Trump to do exactly this. He's fulfilling the campaign promise, and the vast majority of Americans are overjoyed.
This morning, there was a post by DHS about Good Morning Minnesota, and these agents were attempting some sort of ICE raid, not dissimilar from many we've seen across the country.
The ICE agents were in Minneapolis doing their job.
The woman in question, her name is Renee Good. She's 37 years old. She was in a car parked on the street in a residential neighborhood about a mile from where George Floyd was murdered.
Renee Good was in an SUV parked sideways, blocking traffic. People on the street, and video evidence proves this, said that she was purposefully blocking traffic. She was not on the side of the road.
She was in the car. Several ICE agents came up to her. It's unclear from the two videos that I've watched numerous times whether they said to get out of here or get out of the car. It sounds like they said get out of the car.
The ICE agents came up to her because she was blocking the road. ICE agents did say get out of the car, and one of the agents approached the car to try and open it.
An ICE agent approached the car. She appears on both angles of the video to be first backing up and then trying to basically drive her car away.
What she appears to do is A, back up, and then B, drive. Whether or not she's driving away isn't known until after she starts driving, where she drives forward and then turns to the right. Her tires even skid a little bit because the road is icy, which sounds like she's accelerating at the moment, all the while not listening to the orders from the ICE agents.
From these armed men who are coming to accost her.
These are ICE agents who went to a vehicle that was parked sideways in the middle of the roadway to block traffic and to impede ICE in their mission, which is lawful under the direction of the President of the United States.
One of the ICE agents is positioned himself right at the front corner of the car. He proceeds to fire 4 shots, 3 or 4 shots from extremely close range into the driver's side of the car.
ICE agents were around the car, and one can ask the question of whether or not that is indeed proper to their training. When the car started advancing towards the ICE officer, that's when the ICE officer unholsters, takes out his firearm, and then fires.
The first shot from head on and the next 3 with him at a 90-degree angle. You could see it in the freeze frame. The gun is like this and the open window is like this. So he is out of the way of the car. She loses consciousness and the car heads into a lamppost where it hits.
We have no idea if she lost consciousness or she was killed at that moment or anything else that happened at this time because no investigation has taken place. The car does then speed up and it hits, he says, a lamppost. I believed it was another vehicle that was there parked on the side of the road.
Reports indicate that she was without medical attention for between 10 to 15 minutes. There's reporting on the scene that indicate that a doctor attempted to give CPR and was stopped. Her partner was in the car, as was her dog, and stuffed into the front seat were a number of stuffed animals that belonged to her 4-year-old daughter, who has now lost her mother.
The immediate response from ICE was to call 911. I have not seen any reporting that a doctor was kept from her, although that may come out and that may turn out to be false because there's a lot of bad early reporting. That's what investigations are for. Her partner and her daughter were not in the car. And it's a 6-year-old daughter whose mother is dead. And this started with her blocking the roadway and then not listening to Immigrations and Customs Enforcement officers. Now, you can ask whether or not it was a proper shoot. And that's what an investigation is for. But what you just heard from Chris Hayes is why you can't trust MS Now, Ms. Now. You can't trust them. That wasn't reporting. That was telling a story versus what I did, which was tell the story. I gave you the facts. Chris Hayes gave you a story where liberal white women go, "Aw," and no one ever asked the question, why was she blocking traffic? And the follow-up, may I add, from Democratic officials all over the place, including Congressman Andre Carson, why are you trying to get ICE agents killed? Now, if you say to me, how dare you, Tony? I said, of the political left, it is very clear that they've been calling for a lone wolf for years to kill Donald Trump. And that's what you saw in Butler, Pennsylvania. And that's what you saw the attempt at Mar-a-Lago. Luckily, the guy never got off a shot. Trump's a threat to democracy. Trump this, Trump that, Trump evil. ICE agents are now the Gestapo. If we want to have a conversation about how we want to do these things, that's fine. The left wants to say you can't do these things, and they're wrong. The left wants to get ICE agents killed. You already shot at them in Dallas. I don't even say that this was a perfect shoot. I'm fine with the investigation. There should be one. There's questions galore. But if we're not going to start with the fact that she was blocking the roadway, not start with the fact that she didn't listen, and then an eyewitness account saying this is the woman who was leading the charge against ICE. What do you do with that information? I've got that audio as well. I'm amazed that Minneapolis did not explode last night. And I have never been more thankful to be wrong. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, looking at the west side of the entrance ramp from Sam Jones Expressway 2 eastbound 70 is closed because of a fatal crash involving a semi and a car. So that entrance ramp, you cannot make eastbound 70 from Sam Jones here so far. You can use Holt Road instead, maybe 465 if that's your thing. Looking at the south side, this is a crash northbound 65 at Raymond Street, putting this crash in the construction zone. Now the right lane, I'm told, has reopened and everything is pushed over to the right shoulder at Raymond Street. We are still stop and go past South Keystone Avenue, a delay time of 17 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because at B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it 3 o'clock this afternoon. FOP President Rick Snyder scheduled to join us. Rob Kendall scheduled to join us. Let's have a day.
Leave all of the 2025 dirt behind and start the new year with Zero Res. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, and hard surfaces, your whole home can be Zero Resified, including your air ducts. With a 4.9 Google rating and over 5,100 reviews, Zero Res is the trusted choice. So start the new year with 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119, plus a free hallway, and take 15% off regularly priced services when you mention the WIBC special. 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Hammer Nigel here for Window Nation. I have Window Nation windows installed in my house. The cold air has stopped coming through. The warm air has stopped exiting the house because of my grade A Window Nation and windows. Definitely check out their sale, windownation.com. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free.
Window Nation, the best in the business. But don't just take my word for it. Check out their A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Check out their over 45,000 5-star reviews. Now, that's a big deal because nobody ever leaves 5-star reviews, but Window Nation has over 45,000 of them. Take advantage of this deal right now. Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows for free sale. It's going on right now. Schedule your fast and free, that's the key word, free estimate at windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Are you a business owner or self-employed? Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more? Pay close attention. Do not ignore this message. The IRS has unmatched power. They can freeze your bank account, garnish your paycheck, seize your assets, and even shut down your business. If you've received a notice or think one is coming, the clock is already ticking. Every day you wait, penalties grow, and the problem gets worse. Call Federated Tax today. We'll connect you with an experienced tax professional who will negotiate directly with the IRS on your behalf. You may qualify for IRS hardship programs like the Fresh Start Initiative or many other programs that can stop garnishments, stop bank account seizures, reduce or even eliminate penalties, and lower your settlement amount. The IRS won't wait, and neither should you. Call Federated Tax today, 800-370-1384. The call and consultation are free. That's 800-370-1384. 800-370-1384.
Woman on Wednesday. Here's Luke.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Shots fired in Minnesota and a lot of anger. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 40 degrees. We're going up to 61. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Anti-ICE protests broke out in Minneapolis after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman on Wednesday. Here's Lucas Tomlinson.
City leaders have identified the woman during the ICE operation as 37-year-old Renee Good. She appeared to be blocking traffic at the time of the incident. The ICE agent involved in the shooting has not been publicly identified. President Trump called the shooting a horrible thing to watch and accused Renee of violently, willfully, and viciously trying to run over an ICE officer who shot in self-defense. Minneapolis City Council members have accused ICE of bringing chaos and violence to the city, and federal and local officials offered sharply different accounts of the shooting. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he will deploy the National Guard if needed and said he doesn't need any more help from the federal government.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry described the Trump administration's description of what happened as garbage. Minneapolis public schools are closed for the rest of the week. More than 2,000 federal agents have been deployed to Minnesota. A shooting at a funeral in Utah outside of a church in Salt Lake City Wednesday kills at least 2 people and injures 6 others.
There is no one in custody. They do not have any definitive suspect information, nor do they have anything in terms of a vehicle description. Witnesses apparently telling officers and folks around here that they saw a vehicle heading north on Redwood Road. That has not yet been confirmed. If it did indeed happen, we don't know what type of vehicle it was. At least one shooter, potentially more than that.
Fox 13 Utah's Scott McCain in Salt Lake City this morning. Police say, and President Trump's granddaughter Kai said she underwent surgery on Wednesday to repair a wrist injury. The 18-year-old is set to play golf at the University of Miami in the fall. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Company says it has reached an agreement to acquire San Diego-based Ventyx Biosciences in an all-cash deal valued at around $1.2 billion. Ventyx is a clinical-stage biopharma company that focuses on oral therapies for the treatment of inflammation, a key driver of chronic diseases. Denver-based Angie Inc., which has a significant presence in Indianapolis, says it is eliminating about 350 jobs company-wide, in part because of the impact of artificial intelligence. An Angie spokesperson tells IBJ via email the layoffs affect a small fraction of its Indianapolis employees, and that the company remains committed to its Indy presence, but declines to say how many Indianapolis employees are affected. With talks about the Chicago Bears considering a move to Northwest Indiana, Hammond residents living near a potential stadium site say the idea brings both excitement and some unease. Kim Binkert, who has lived in Hammond for 5 years after spending 3 decades in Chicago, says a Bears stadium within walking distance of her home would be fantastic.
Any type of major sports team would be beneficial to a certain area, as long as the stadium or the people that come here don't take away from the area. You know, I just don't want that part to change. But other than that, I mean, it'd be really great.
From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
The former CEO and manager of Richmond City Employees Federal Credit Union has been sentenced to 2 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to 2 counts of bank fraud. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Indiana said Wednesday that Daniel Johnson must also pay more than $285,000 in restitution. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Gary, the entrance ramp on the west side from Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70 is closed because of a fatal crash involving a semi and a car. The driver of the car was killed in that crash, so expect that ramp to be closed for a duration here as they do their investigation. Also, south side, northbound 65 after Raymond Street. That's a crash on the entrance ramp, and it's in a construction zone over on the right shoulder, and it is causing a delay of 7 minutes running from Raymond Street back to South Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today, because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's up?
It's less than 48 hours to game day, Tony, for the IU football team, ranked #1 in the country. They arrived in Georgia Wednesday as they get ready to play Oregon in the Peach Bowl Friday night. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza.
We played on week 5. At that point, we were able to get the best of them entirely. However, they put up a great fight. They had a pick 6 on us. It's going to be a great challenge.
He says even though they're favored to win, they're still embracing the underdog mentality. IU's basketball team got it done last night, beating Maryland 84-66, led by Lamar Wilkerson's 24 points. Head coach Darren DeVries.
We got off to a slow start tonight. I thought we took some of the things that maybe hindered us from coming away with a win in our first 2 road games, and we're able to fix it, which is great to see.
They're back to work Saturday against number 10 Nebraska. Purdue getting a win. Number 5 Purdue taking care of Washington 81-73. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Tickets are on sale right now for Trump 1 year later. The highs, the lows, how we win the midterms. Happening at the Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. The bourbon will flow. The food will be fantastic. We're going to go over Trump's past year and how we use that to win the midterms. It's going to be informing, entertaining, and very, very funny. I promise. Join us, Trump 1 year later. Brought to you by Premier Arms, PA Jewelers, Defiance Beef, Chimney Solutions, and WIBC. Get your tickets at WIBC.com.
What's your emergency?
Por favor, necesito ayuda. Está volando y creo que me va a pegar otra vez.
I will get someone to speak with you. Please stay on the line.
Hola, tengo su ubicación. Ayuda está en camino.
Getting past a language barrier is critical when first responders help Hoosiers. That's why the State 911 Board provides special tools for non-English speaking citizens to communicate with emergency services.
Si estás en peligro, aunque no hables inglés, podrás recibir ayuda en una emergencia rápidamente.
All Indiana 911 centers began offering translation services in over 240 languages in 2019. Now, people can send text messages for help in their native language to 911 and receive a translated text back from the dispatcher. It's of great help to the deaf and speech impaired and to those in select dangerous situations.
Cuando llame o envíe un texto al 911, un servicio de traducción se asegurará que entiendan lo que está diciendo.
For more information, visit in911.net.
Gracias, gracias.
911. Before you text, voice is best.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business.
We mean business. Trust me.
So I'm all ready for the Peach Bowl. I'm not going. I'm not going. Although I have told myself if there's a championship, right? I don't get to declare myself some kind of lifelong IU fan. That'd be just a flat out lie. I would never do such a thing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. But national championship. I don't know. Maybe you try and find your way to Miami. Maybe you do. But I'm ready. I've got my ribeyes good, ready to go. DefianceBeef.com, one of our sponsors, for Trump 1 year later. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. One of my sponsors for Eat, Drink, Smoke. Indiana Farm, directly to you. You pick your cow, right? And then they'll butcher it to your specifications, and then there it is. At 21-day age beef, and great sponsors, and part of the event, January 24th. You should get your tickets, especially while the sale is going on. Tickets.TonyKatz.com, WIBC.com has the tickets. Get your tickets right now. You'll look and you'll be like, oh yeah, now I'm going, because everybody's going. It's going to be great. And so I'm ready. I am ready. I haven't picked a bourbon for the game. I don't know. I don't know what's going to pair with ribeyes, and I don't know what's going to pair with ribeyes and Peach Bowl. I haven't. Do you have to do something, Peach? Probably not. But very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it for this state, because as I said, you can't pretend your way through these things. There have been long-suffering IU fans who are relishing this moment, who can't believe any of this is happening, and you can't. At least I don't think. I don't think you can pretend to understand what it's like for them. You can't pretend to actually understand what it's like to live in a place where for the longest time, the sun rose and set over sports at IU, basketball and football, and wanting these things to be great, and then seeing greatness in one and not seeing in the other. And now to see this from Coach Signetti, and to see the Heisman, and to see the awards, and to see the perfect record, and wanting to see it to fruition and say, I was there for some part of it, some piece of it. I can appreciate it. I love that it's happening. Can't connect with it. Can't understand it the way I can't connect it the way people who lived their life, lived and breathed IU sports can. And I think that's okay. I don't have to. I want to see them enjoy. And I think it should be enjoyed with a ribeye. Personally. But Defiance Beef is where I get my ribeyes, DefianceBeef.com. And I want you to know, Matt Bears, I'm talking about the event, Trump 1 year later, the highs, the lows, how we win the midterms, everything that's going to happen. I said to Matt Bear yesterday, because it's red tie, right? And people are like, well, what does red tie mean? I said, listen, you can wear a tux and or a gown. You can go cocktail attire. You can go business. As long as you're wearing pants, I'm cool. I just want people to be a little dress up and a little bit of fun. Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. And Matt Bear said he would come, but he didn't have a suit. That's what Matt Bear said.
It was something like that. I said I was concerned by not having a suit, and it's a red tie affair. I think that was exactly something that I said. Yeah.
My guy, full disclosure, I have a financial relationship with Anthony Mina Menswear, right? Mina, right there on the Circle in the Salesforce Tower. I already spoke to him last night. You're going to go there. You're going to say, hi, I'm Matt Bear. You may remember me from such movies as Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill, and Goonies.
That was just an extra in Goonies.
Yeah, he did the makeup. You're going to go and you're going to say, I'm Matt Bear, and he's going to get you a jacket.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's done. It's done. It's done. You're going to go. I don't know if it's going to be Hart Schaffner Marks, which is American made, which is what I wear, or what have you. He's got a lot of options. It might be from the sale rack. I don't know, but he's got you got to walk in there today.
I can't today.
Okay, you got to walk in there tomorrow.
I don't know if I can tomorrow either.
You got to walk in there today or tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll yeah. All right.
Jacket's waiting for you. I got you covered, man. You're going to look good.
It's going to be waiting for me. It doesn't even have my sizes.
Oh, please. It's a size masculine petite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I like that masculine petite. Perfect.
Right? And you will see Matt in his jacket at Trump 1 year later, the highs, the lows, how we win the midterms, the 3 bourbons to try, the food, the live music. Oh, the band is set. It's going to be amazing. Honestly, you're going to have such a great time. And yes, check out what the sponsors did for you with that sale price. Tickets.TonyKatz.com, WIBC.com. Get your tickets right now. Oh, and VIP sold out. Yeah, told you this was coming. VIP is sold out. Get your tickets. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. Soon to be looking good in a fine sports coat for Trump 1 year later. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. You'll see him there if you get your tickets. What's up, Matt?
All right, looking at northbound 65 on the south side. Couple of problems here. First, crash northbound 65 on the approach to 465. That has us backed up almost to Southport Road for a delay of 21 minutes. And then a crash northbound 65 at Raymond, and that's on the right shoulder. And you're going to see that as you make that entrance from Raven Street to northbound 65. It's just there on the shoulder. Traffic is jammed back to Troy Avenue. That's a 6-minute delay. On the west side, ramp closed. Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70 because of a fatal crash. Plan on using Holtz Road or a different ramp while they do their investigation. Indiana State Police. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
37 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln.
$9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 52220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. See dealer for complete offer details.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KC and the Sunshine Band, live at Old National Center, January 23rd at 7:30 p.m. It's the ultimate throwback party. Get your tickets today at WIBC.com.
One of the stories of yesterday that I would assume is going to get a lot of coverage, but the shooting with ICE in Minneapolis taking top billing has to do with the United States pulling out of global agencies. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Live streaming on YouTube, youtube.com/WIBC. You want to come be a part of that? The chat room is there. It's a feisty group, ornery, perhaps. It was an executive order, and it pulls the United States out of more than 30 UN organizations and other ones, 66 in all, global organizations we are walking away from. The State Department saying that the Trump administration, quote, found these institutions to be redundant in their scope, mismanaged, unnecessary, wasteful, poorly run, captured by the interests of actors advancing their own agendas, and contrary to our own or a threat to our nation's sovereignty, freedoms, and general prosperity. I voted for this. 10,000%. The idea that you belong to this or you belong to that or you have to be this, you have to write a check for that, you have to be, well, that's just what we do. We want to have these people as our friends. Do we? I don't know if I want these people as my friends. I don't think I need to have these people as my friends. I think we'd be better off if they weren't our friends. It's okay to say that the relationship has run its course. That's the way I feel about the United Nations. We're done here. And a lot of these agencies provide no value. When the president pulled out of UNRWA, United Nations Relief Work Agency, the Agency for Palestinian Refugees, good. We're done with that nonsense. Supporting terrorists? Tony, this is about refugees. No, it wasn't, and that's the whole point. But you say it's about refugees because they claim it's about refugees, and then they utilize the UN status as a way of protecting themselves from any type of what? Commentary? Any type of criticism? They were bad people engaged in terrorist acts, and I don't care if anybody working from UNRWA actually doesn't have a job anymore. Tell them to go work at Dairy Queen. They mean nothing. It's not up to the American people to foot the bill for such bigotry and hate and nonsense. Not at all. Glad we're done with it. I am very, very impressed by the scope. The scope of the withdrawal here is something to behold. And I only hope, first, this leads to us saving a couple of bucks. But second, it helps in the resettling of a position. There's a post over there, or a story, I should say, over there at the Wall Street Journal. Trump's plan to run the hemisphere scares friends and puzzles foes. And never mind the fact that I don't actually believe that. I don't think it puzzles, and I am not so sure that it scares. Now, if you tell me that there are European nations who say, wait a second, if you're going to be defending the Western Hemisphere, you're not going to have as much time to defend us, and that's a concern because the Russians and the Chinese, and what about us? Well, thank goodness you're now doing 5% of GDP to NATO. Maybe you do have to concern yourself with yourself. Now, I do not believe that us engaged in protection of Europe is for naught or all in vain, as others do. It can be said that we engaged the Marshall Plan post-World War II. We engaged protection to Europe to the extent that they never thought that they had to really bring themselves military of note because they had the U.S. to give them some type of relief from Russian aggression that they knew would come again. And they took advantage of the moment. And they took advantage of it for decades. I think that that is a legitimate argument that is made out there. And that the pressure should have been on Europe long ago. You got to be able to protect yourselves. You have to be able to handle you. We're going to have our own issues. This can't go on for forever. Connection, relationship, friendship, allies, sure. Protectorate for all time. Guys, you're asking a lot. So yes, that could, I guess, concern someone. But I can't let that run how we look at ourselves. I don't think that if we're engaging a reinterpretation of the Monroe Doctrine, we should be invading countries in the Western Hemisphere. I absolutely do not. I oppose it with everything in me. A recognition that our safety and security comes first, and then we can help others? Sure. A recognition that helping others is also helpful to our safety and security right now? Absolutely. Pulling out of these organizations, if it helps our safety and security, I'm all in. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matt?
Northbound 65 on the south side, crash before 465, blocking the right lane, stopping us to Southport Road for a delay of 29 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now with B Window, receive up to 60% off, plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
When it comes to your home, it's important to sell it to someone you can trust. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
I'm excited to start the new chapter of my life. I'm going to be moving 2 states away to be with my husband. Ronnie came out to do my walkthrough. It was great. We had a chance to talk about the house. We had a chance to listen to what my goals were, and they helped me to meet them. Then I had the offer, I believe, within 2 hours of them coming through and doing the walkthrough. Simple Quarters never tried to change their offer at any point during the process. Once they gave me that offer, it stood. The offer was absolutely fair. They did explain to me how they came to that price, and it was a fair offer. The best part about this process is I didn't have to make any repairs to the house. Simple Quarters has taken it as is, which is a huge stress relief. It just couldn't have worked out better. It really couldn't have.
Call Simple Quarters 317-687-HOME, 317-687-HOME.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis, guaranteed, or your money back. Only $59.99. Destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, or weight gain, or your money back. Hypnosis January 29th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss of 5:30 p.m., stop smoking at 8. And January 31st at the Holiday Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss 11 a.m., stop smoking at 2. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
When the cold takes over, Bassett Services is the name you can trust to keep your home warm and safe. From furnace repairs to full system replacements, we provide reliable solutions with care and professionalism. For urgent repairs or routine maintenance, Bassett delivers service you can depend on. We've been the first call for heating and cooling in Indianapolis for decades, so sound the hound at BassettServices.com for all your heating needs. Bassett Services.
Always by your side.
Is life insurance part of your New Year's resolution? Listen, if you're young and healthy, it's simple, and any old agent can get it done. But if you're 50 to 60 years old with a touch of wide waistband syndrome or have correlating health glitches, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou doesn't bait and switch you in with young and healthy rates only to clobber you with the truth down the road. $1 million of coverage could be as low as $200 per month. And unlike that treadmill, this one won't collect dust in the corner. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and find out how much he can save you on your new $1 million life insurance policy. Start this year off with peace of mind by calling Big Lou at 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-777-1979 or biglou.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Two identical twins, both prominent in the Indianapolis political scene. They're at opposite ends of the spectrum. We'll have them in studio to have it out. Thursday, 9 until noon. Kendall and Casey, 93 WIBC.
Pat Sullivan here, ringing in the new year with peace of mind, knowing my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling are the only ones I have to call for all my home service needs. Hope rolled into 2026 with a shocking bang, adding electrical to their list of services, and now they're my one-stop shop for any home service issue that may arise. So if any plumbing, HVAC, or electrical problem happens in your home, call who I call, my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it, 3 o'clock this afternoon. FOP President Rick Snyder scheduled to join us. Rob Kendall scheduled to join us. Let's have a day.
From the Duke & Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, this is 93 WIBC HD1 HD2, Indianapolis.
Was it self-defense? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Depends who you ask about this.
No! No! Shame! Shame!
That's from the video of the shooting death of a woman who's a citizen, shot by immigration agents during a protest against an operation in Minneapolis.
He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says it's a case of domestic terror. The woman shot and killed Renee Good was obstructing agents, she says.
She refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over.
But there are different angles and different videos and different viewpoints about the self-defense argument.
Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull.
So Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry is telling ICE to get the bleep out of his city. And the anti-immigration enforcement protests continued into the night.
And critics here and people who live in Minneapolis are saying that they didn't really know if that was such a good response from the mayor of the city when so much happened here during the George Floyd riots and in 2020 when the city, parts of it literally burned down. Also, the governor, who we know is at the center of a massive fraud scandal here that we've been covering, did talk about this. He says they've had enough of what he didn't say was really much federal help.
That's Fox's Alexis McAdams in Minneapolis. Police in Salt Lake City, Utah, trying to find one or more gunmen after shooting last night outside a Mormon church.
The gunman opened fire in the parking lot while people gathered at the church for a funeral service. At least 2 people are dead and 6 others injured. Of the 6 injured, 3 were listed in critical condition.
Fox's Chanley Painter, following the briefing on the U.S. operation in Venezuela for all members of Congress, that many Democrats are critical of it. Vice President Vance tells Fox.
This is not Iraq. This is not 7,000 miles away. This is in our neighborhood.
And if the U.S. does not control the Western Hemisphere, the Vice President says bad guys will take advantage of it. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It involved two cars. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis. We're up to 41 degrees on this Thursday morning, and we're going up to 61 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. At least one person was killed in a two-car crash that happened along I-70 eastbound this morning from Sam Jones Expressway. State police say the crash happened at about 4:30 on the city's southwest side, just east of the Indianapolis International Airport. They aren't sharing details about what led up to the crash. Shots fired on the west side of Indianapolis right after 5 o'clock this morning in a neighborhood not far from North Belmont and West Washington streets. Police found somebody suffering from gunshot wounds. They took that person to the hospital. They're still looking for whoever shot that person. You may remember the Morristown Junior Senior High School story where police arrested a girl and charged her with attempting to shoot up the school. The plot was set to unfold on May 25th. Well, the FBI Indianapolis said that story is not the same as a story about an ISIS-inspired attack that they stopped. They said that attack was set for last fall, but they stopped that attack by taking the guns away from the teenager. They're not sharing many details about what led up to that. Democratic Indianapolis Congressman Andre Carson is weighing in on a shooting by Minnesota ICE agents Wednesday. Here's Jake McDaniel.
A former law enforcement officer, Carson said in a social media post that the shooting was unjustified and no one like Renee Nicole Good should lose their life in such circumstances. He added that ICE's actions are terrorizing communities and making them less safe. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Former credit union CEO Daniel Johnson is headed to federal prison after admitting he filed two fraudulent loan applications worth $150,000 each. Johnson, who once led the Richmond City Employees Federal Credit Union, claimed the loans were for RV purchases. Court records say he told staff the board had approved the loans, even though they hadn't. After the money was released, investigators found he never planned to buy the cars and used part of the funds to pay off older loans. And the Indiana Pacers get back to work tonight trying to break a 13-game losing streak, a franchise record. They're in Charlotte to play the Hornets. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Baer.
A fatal crash has closed the entrance ramp from Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70. In the interim, you can use the ramp from Holt Road to eastbound 70. That is one option to reroute onto. Also looking at the south side crash, northbound 65 approaching 465. Right lane is blocked and traffic is jammed past Southport Road to stop 11. It's a 20-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for the clouds to increase across the entire state today. A spotty shower could be possible on the lighter side shortly after the lunch hour into the first part of the afternoon. Temperatures today will be climbing into the upper 50s. It's going to be a bit breezy with winds gusting at times close to 30 miles per hour. Temperatures tonight will actually rise. I think we'll be into the upper 50s, right around the lower 60s. We'll see cloudy skies. A spotty shower or thunderstorm with a few gusty winds could be possible after about the midnight hour. Feeling the thunder rolls. On Friday, scattered showers and thunderstorms with high temperatures right around 63. And then it goes downhill for the weekend. Temperatures drop into the 40s Saturday, 30s on Sunday with rain changing over to snow showers.
First, I want it known that Tara Hastings went full Garth.
I did.
She did. She truly did. Secondly, we have 9,000 technical issues going on at the station right now, but producer Carl can still play sound effects while you're talking. It's unbelievable to me.
Well, priorities here.
Right? That's exactly. Like the key word, priorities. What the hell's a priority? Right? Oh, good Lord.
This segment is a priority.
You would think. Hey, I thought our podcast was a priority, but you've never called, so I guess not.
Right.
See? I don't even know if we're on the air right now, but the sound effects are flying.
Right. Yep. Good job, Carl.
Yeah, he's a peach and a winner.
Oh.
That's what he is right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, there we go. I will see you January 24th. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Trump 1 year later. I have decided Tara Hastings will be there, and she will be looking fantastic, and she will sign your baby. Also, you're not allowed to bring your baby, but she'll sign something. She will sign something. There we go.
You bet.
You got it. Tara Hastings, appreciate you. We've got 37 degrees right now in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:08. The Ritz-Carlton is coming to downtown Indianapolis. So this is the Simons adding on to the project that they're doing for the Indiana Fever. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Honestly, it's a pleasure. They've signed the agreement with Marriott International to develop the city's first Ritz-Carlton. So we've got the Intercontinental. And then you've got, what are they calling that one that the city decided to build because somehow the Simons weren't going to build hotels? Is it Insignia? There's that one. I forget the name of it. Gosh, I'm sorry. I can't remember it. And now this. So what they're building across the street from Gamebridge, it's going to have restaurant space, parking garage, retail, and a 4,000-seat music venue. For a while now, we've been discussing that the center of Indianapolis is not the Circle anymore. That's right now a yesteryear thought. It could come back. And I think that there's this going to be a very interesting series of opportunities that come. It's going to take some years to develop and rethink the Circle. The center of Indianapolis is Georgia Street there and right there at Gamebridge and what they've already built and Commission Row and everything else. And now this. That's going to be where the epicenter is. That's where the party is. And as much as I would like the Simons to admit that they are behind getting Joe Hockstedt to say we're going to bring in a Major League Soccer team to Indianapolis, come on. Herb, Mishpucha. Herb, come on. Just come on the show and tell me. I want to have a sit down with Herb Simon. Herb, me, one-on-one. I don't think he smokes cigars. I'm not sure if the man drinks. We'll have coffee. I will bring, you know what? We'll have a corned beef sandwich. Whatever it is you want to do. I have many questions. I have many questions for the man. But come on, you're involved in this. You just are. But I love this. I love it. The fact that I think a lot of people are just going to say, Tony, I don't mind hotels and certainly we've got the convention business. Are we the kind of city that can handle a Ritz-Carlton? What they're saying is, why don't we have more of the Hive-line events? We need more Super Bowls. We need more NBA championships. Well, we certainly do, but I should say NCAA events. We need more all-star games. We need more high-stakes, high-profile, high-level events, and we got to have a place for those people who come to those events. We've got places for everybody along the line. The Intercontinental, I think, was a huge part of this. Have you been in the Intercontinental? For all the issues of Indy, what the guys who are building Indy is doing, like what Rasul Ozdemir is doing, and full disclosure, on a personal level, I like the man a lot. We don't agree on everything, but I like him quite a bit. He's been very, very decent to me. You know I love the Indy 11. The Intercontinental is gorgeous. It's spectacular that it's there. It is hugely helpful. What I'd like to see from these guys is more of a push on the city to be safer, to be smarter, to be better, and not to be so dominated by progressive nonsense. Let's be smart growers. This is a solid, solid move. And also, can anybody from the General Assembly give me an update on what's going on with the Bears possibly coming to Indiana? Because we should do this. If we can get them to Hammond or Gary, wherever the case may be. Oh, gosh, yes. Absolutely. Where are we in this? What do we think it's going to cost? And is the juice worth the squeeze? Which should always be asked. Just some things going on around our beautiful Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hammer and Nigel here. Bill Demery would like to give you a 20% upfront bonus when you invest your money. Not only do you get a 20% bonus, you're also going to get an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the past decade. Discover how you could get an upfront 20% bonus plus an additional return that's averaged nearly 10% for the past 10 years.
Bill Demery explains things in a way that's easy to understand. Because let's be honest, the world of retirement and finance, it can be pretty complicated. But not when you work with the best. Bill Demery, your retirement guy. Contact him right now, 317-805-4716. Ask about the upfront 20% bonus on your money. Upfront, 317-805-4716, or visit yourretirementguy.com. That's yourretirementguy.com.
Pat Sullivan here. Fire emergency? I've had one. If you do, call Michaelis. Owner Richard Michaelis explains why.
Michaelis is local and family owned. 39 years of experience with 24/7, 365 response. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified, restoring your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
And Michaelis helps you through the insurance process, giving you peace of mind. Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIX-INDY.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, Hoosier fans. This is your head coach, Kurt Signetti. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I highly recommend the exclusive partner of IU Athletics, True Blood Real Estate. They're an Indiana-owned company with beautiful offices across the state. True Blood is a tech-driven company that provides their clients with a winning game plan, which is exactly why they are our exclusive partner. If you're looking to buy or sell, call True Blood Real Estate. Go IU.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on, kid?
Yeah, looking at the west side, Tony, eastbound 70 entrance ramp is closed right now from Sam Jones Expressway because of a fatal crash from earlier this morning. The ramp from Holt Road could be an alternate right now. That'll get you to eastbound 70. South side crash, northbound 65, approaching 465. 3 right lanes are blocked and traffic is stopped back to Stop 11 Road. A 55-minute delay. Might want to use US 31 instead on that northbound side. Traffic sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
How about 38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center? The time is 7:16.
Get the Dugan Premium Service Tune-Up for just $57. The Dugan experts won't just inspect, they will fine-tune your furnace to perfection with a detailed 27-point safety check. Plus, Dugan no breakdown guarantee means you'll bask in comfort all winter long without worry. In Johnson County and South Central Indiana, experience the Dugan difference. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com.
Premium service, no shenanigans.
Bring on the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's in your four walls, yeah, it's Booher. That is your call, your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, whatever that remodeling project is. With Booher, they make it easy because you understand what's going on. So much of remodel hassle is about remodel stress. You're worried about how it's going to affect the house. You're worried about how it's going to affect the family. You don't know everything that's happening all the time. All of a sudden, everybody's gone for 3 or 4 days at a time. You're like, what's happening here? With Booher, none of that happens. The communication is so great. You know what's going on every step of the way. So this idea you have for the kitchen gets turned into reality. Their 5-step design process means you know what's going on and you're in control every step of the way. It eliminates the stress. And that means you have a very pleasant experience. And you're using the absolute best materials, the most skilled craftsmen, the name brands you know and trust, and they stand behind their work. Booher stands behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. It's Booher. They're great, and you're going to love working with them. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher. B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. And don't get me wrong, I have got all the crazy people out there making the crazy statements. I could play for you Representative Ocasio-Cortez on Stephen Miller. I can share with you, as I did, Chris Hayes flat out lying, misrepresenting the story of what took place in Minneapolis. In all of these stories that I could share with you, there is a theme. There is a connection point, which is not a bug, but a feature of the progressivism. I make no quarrels. If people are new to the show, hey, Tony Katz, how are you? You look great today. I'm a conservative, and I apologize for nothing. I make my arguments here. I bring data. I explain why I believe what I believe, and people can agree and disagree, and there it's at. But I am not a progressive, and I have no interest in progressivism because they are not rooted in reason. There is nothing logical happening here. You often hear me use words like rational. And it becomes one of these things of how many times can he say it in a show? It's like kitten or boo-boo or sugar smack. I've never said sugar smack before, but that's now coming. Reason matters. Rationality matters. And so I was thrilled to be going through posts were coming up on Twitter X, and I caught Melanie Phillips on the Trigonometry podcast. No, it wasn't on Trigonometry. Sorry, it was a different podcast she was doing about the very concepts of reason. Now, I know of Melanie Phillips. I don't consider myself a Melanie Phillips expert, journalist and author. She writes at the Times of London. She has a book called Londonistan. This came out in 2006 about the British establishment's capitulation to Islamist aggression. So you can imagine that some people like her and don't like her just for that. But I want to share this with you. This is Melanie Phillips talking about being in the age of unreason. Now, it's a long clip, but it's worthy of the time. And so I bring it to you right now. Are we in the age of unreason? Now, I've listened to this quite a few times, Producer Carl, but you can have your finger on the dump button in case I missed a little something there. I don't think I did. This is her talking to a guy by the name of John Anderson.
Truth has become a right-wing concept. You cannot say it, because if you say it, you are considered right-wing And to be right-wing is to be in league with the forces of evil. It is a Manichaean division between ideologies of one kind or another and those who don't subscribe to those ideologies. And the ideologies brook no dissent because they represent, in the minds of people who promote them, they represent goodness, brotherhood of man, progress, reason, education. And anyone who opposes them is against all good things. So they are not just wrong, they're not people to be argued with, they're people to be removed and silenced, because otherwise you're against all good things.
Every single one of you have encountered this in your life, on your social media feeds. People who do this. They know best. You don't know anything. You don't believe in anything good. You're the enemy because of any level of disagreement. And when reason gets brought into the picture, well, that in and of itself is a problem. And as we've discussed it here, because reason requires thought. And if people think, maybe they'll question their own ideas. And since their ideas are their religion, it cannot be questioned. And Melanie Phillips describes this.
So it's that division between good and evil. And unfortunately, you know, if you stand up against an ideology like, I don't know, so-called anti-racism, which basically says all white people are bad.
Critical theory.
Or critical theory. Or you stand up and say a woman is defined by her biology. So you're against transgender. So, as you know, there's no discussion. You are cancelled. You are removed. You have to be silenced. This dissent cannot be permitted. So we're in what a thinker of a previous age called cultural totalitarianism. No alternative is to be permitted. Now, first of all, that is an assault on individual freedom, freedom of expression and freedom.
But as we know, the progressive doesn't believe in individual freedom. Did or did not Zoran Mamdani, the new mayor of New York, say in his inaugural speech, we will remove the frigidity of rugged individualism and replace it with the warmth of collectivism? Melanie Phillips tells no lies here.
But it's also a complete repudiation of reason. Because if you say there is nothing that you can say that can dissent from my ideology, and you say you're bringing evidence to oppose me, well, that cannot be the case. If you're denying evidence and reality and thinking and engagement with an idea, then you're denying reason itself. And so the irony is that in an age of supposed reason, we're so rational that we've dispensed with religion. Only idiots have any kind of religious sense because it's not based on reason. That's the thinking. So we're so rational we've got rid of religion, and yet we are repudiating rationality completely. This is something that doesn't quite add up. So I would say that we are in a new age of unreason. That's what we're in. An age of unreason. That's what we've unleashed. And it's an irony because we've done it under the aegis of being rational. But in getting rid of religion, we have unleashed an age of unreason. And what follows from that is the erosion of freedom, freedom to think, freedom to speak, freedom to act, and a complete confusion about where the limit should be drawn between what I want and what others need.
She's discussing the fact that Marxism has succeeded on many levels. That's what she's discussing. She is right. It is nothing that we haven't discussed here, but sometimes it's good to hear it from another voice, and usually better to hear it in a British accent. They're terrible with their policies, but my gosh, they say it so beautifully. It is an age of unreason. I swear to you, that's why we're here. To try and bring some reason to it all. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
All right, checking the south side. We have a crash westbound 465. It's on the entrance ramp from Beach Grove, Emerson Avenue. And right now, both of those ramp lanes are blocked. People are still able to make their entrance to westbound 465 using the Gore Point. So the ramp is open. It is clogged up right now. Traffic is jammed almost to Southeastern Avenue. And we are looking at a delay time of 23 minutes. Also on the south side, crash northbound 65 approaching 465. 3 right lanes are blocked. Traffic stop past Stop 11 Road for a 46-minute delay. West side entrance ramp closed. Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70 because of a fatal crash from earlier this morning. You can use the Holt Road entrance ramp instead. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months save as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. 2026 marks our 99th year in business, and we are going to make it the best year yet, and we're starting out with a bang. Now through Monday, we guarantee you the lowest price on every sectional, recliner, mattress, sofas, and more, including Lazy Boy and Tempur-Pedic, plus free delivery, interest-free financing, and cash discounts. Hurry, sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Are you planning for your retirement? Ensure you're on the right track with a crucial step, tax planning. At Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, every retirement plan we design includes comprehensive tax planning. Imagine maximizing your savings while minimizing tax burdens. Tax planning isn't just about the present. It's a cornerstone for retirement planning. The less you have to give to Uncle Sam, the more cash flow you have in retirement. So take control of your financial situation. Proper tax planning can help optimize your retirement income, leaving you with more time to enjoy the life you've worked hard for. Let us help you create a tax-efficient retirement plan. Your future self will thank you. Call Absolute Wealth Management, LLC, 317-288-0634. That's 317-288-0634. Or visit AbsoluteWealthManagementLLC.com. William Gonzalez offers investment advisory service through Gradient Advisors, LLC, 877-885-0508, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Absolute Wealth Management is not a registered investment advisor nor an affiliate of Gradient Advisors. Gradient Advisors, LLC, and its advisors do not render tax, legal, or accounting advice. Insurance offered through William Gonzalez, independent agent.
Hey, what's up? Hammer here. Look, the holidays can be fun, but they can also clutter up your house. You got to get some of that stuff out of there. And this is where Rubbish Works come in. Whatever you've got, you point and they come and pick it up. It could be furniture. It could be a construction site. Maybe you just want to declutter. Rubbish Works, 317-207-2749, or go to rubbishworks.com. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off and declutter that house.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis, guaranteed or your money back. Only $59.99. Destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, or weight gain, or your money back. Hypnosis January 29th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss of 5:30 p.m., stop smoking at 8. And January 31st at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss 11 a.m., stop smoking at 2. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
capturing Venezuela's leader comes a lot of Venezuelan oil.
93 WIBC.
We deserve to be reimbursed financially.
What happens next?
To free Venezuela.
We'll be turning over 50 million barrels of high-quality oil to the United States of America.
Happens here.
In the Brown University mass shooting.
He had been planning the university shooting for a long time.
Stay in the know.
Today marks 1 year since massive wildfires scorched the LA area.
While you're on the go.
Abortion will remain legal.
On air, online, and on Alexa. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They're just getting started in the Twin Cities. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 37 degrees. We're going up to 60 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. More protests are expected today in Minneapolis after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman, as the Department of Homeland Security says that woman was trying to run that cop over. The self-defense claim is disputed by the city's mayor and people who said they saw the shooting. Here's Fox's Alexis McAdams.
DHS says this was an act of self-defense after they say this woman was trying to block off the streets during an ongoing operation when they told her to get out of the car. The woman who was killed has been identified as Renee Nicole Macklin Good. We know she's 37 years old and recently moved to Minnesota. City and state officials said she was murdered by ICE, calling DHS a propaganda machine, explaining that this woman was just trying to get away and drive away from the scene when she was killed. The mayor telling ICE, get out of here.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said that he was outraged by the shooting and called for protests, but he did call for those protests to remain peaceful and said he's ready to deploy the National Guard if needed. There are more than 2,000 federal agents on the ground in Minnesota as part of the Trump administration's latest immigration crackdown. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro announcing in a video today that he's running for a second term.
There's always more to do, more people to help, more Pennsylvanians to protect, more bridges to build. We're moving our Commonwealth forward, so join me and let's keep getting stuff done.
The governor is expected to formally launch his re-election campaign with rallies in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia today. The Trump administration is set to pitch its plans for a new ballroom.
A hearing is scheduled where the federal commission tasked with reviewing plans for the East Wing ballroom will be presented. The Trump administration demolished the East Wing in order to begin construction on the new ballroom, which the president hopes can be a worthy place to host special events at the White House. Democrats have criticized the move and raised questions about the cost and how it will be paid for. President Trump has also proposed a new arch in the nation's capital, celebrating the Declaration of Independence 250th anniversary.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. At least 2 people are dead and 6 others injured in a shooting at a funeral in Salt Lake City on Wednesday night. Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall.
This should never have happened outside a place of worship. It should not have happened at a celebration of life that was occurring inside of the church.
Nobody is in custody. Police say there may be multiple shooters, but they do not believe it to be a random act of violence. Indy leaders breaking ground on an 8-figure project. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
At the corner of Georgia and Pennsylvania streets on the south side of downtown Indianapolis will be the new Ritz-Carlton Hotel. On Wednesday, Boxcar Development, the development arm of the Simon family, which owns the Indiana Pacers and the Fever, broke ground on the $350 million project, along with Mayor Joe Hogsett, Indiana Governor Mike Braun, and officials with Ritz-Carlton and Live Nation. The project is directly across from Cambridge Fieldhouse and comes with a restaurant, fitness center, spa, and a live music venue operated by Live Nation. The 15-floor Ritz-Carlton Hotel will feature 176 rooms and 11,000 square feet of ballrooms and meeting space. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC. It's Indiana and Oregon in the Peach Bowl tomorrow in Atlanta. The Hoosiers arrived on Wednesday as they get ready to go. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza shares his thoughts on the game.
We are still the underdogs. You know, at that point, we were for sure the underdogs. They're ranked above us. However, we're trying to keep that underdog mentality going into this game.
The Hoosiers are favored to win by about 3.5 to 4 points. Kickoff at 7:30. The Hoosiers also in action on the hardwood last night. They beat Maryland on the road 84-66. It was their first win on the road this season. Head coach Darren DeVries.
I thought our offensive flow was much better as the game went on. Something that didn't happen. I thought our shot selection and patience of when to shoot, when not to, when to get the movement. I thought the guys just did a really good job.
Lamar Wilkerson led the way with 24 points. The Hoosiers back in Bloomington on Saturday to play number 10 Nebraska. Number 5 Purdue got the win over Washington, 81-73. Braden Smith talking about his struggles defensively.
Balls went ways that we thought it shouldn't, and that's the game, and that's basketball. So I think for us, just to keep our heads up and keep making the next play.
He had 23 points. The Boilers are now tied for the lead in the Big Ten. They play Penn State at home on Saturday. And the Indiana Pacers look to break a 13-game losing streak, a franchise record, when they play the Charlotte Hornets on the road tonight. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt Bear?
All right, here it is. Looking at the south side. All lanes closed. Westbound 465 at Emerson Avenue because of a crash, and traffic is stopped back to I-74. Delay is opened up at 40 minutes. Exit at I-74 heading towards the city to avoid the backup of this crash. Then on the south side, crash. Northbound 65 approaching 465, blocking 3 right lanes. We are jammed all the way back to Greenwood County Line Road. That's a delay of 73 minutes. A reroute on US 31 is in order. Entrance closed on the west side. It runs from Sam Jones Expressway to eastbound 70, completely shut down because of a fatal crash from earlier this morning. The investigation continues. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:38.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash, with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Trust me.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, you see, if you're going to watch the Hoosiers go and play on Friday night and get their way to a national championship, you got to sit in style. That's just sitting 101. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I found myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. It is all there on the Marketplace. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. You've got cash. Go get it. It's yours. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not free money. It's your money. It belongs to you. So go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220. Get your cash. Text my name to 46220 and get your cash right now. Matt Bear joined me from the WIBC Traffic Center. Producer Carl is there as well. Matt, do you like sitting?
It's one of my favorite things to do, Tony.
Right. You sit there and you sit and you eat your oatmeal. How many bowls of oatmeal are we up to a day now?
Let's see. Last night it was 7. I had 7, and I think the calorie count was 1,800. And I didn't eat while sitting. I ate while laying down and watching a movie. So let's make
sure. You were laying in bed or you're on the couch?
Laying in bed. No.
Are you when you're laying in bed, what people want to know, not me, but people want to know, what are you wearing?
My night attire, whatever it happens to be. I don't think people really want to know what I'm wearing when I sleep. I don't think.
Well, now that you've used the term night attire, I'm pretty sure they do.
Right. I've got a little butler suit I put on. Lay down and go to sleep. No, it's I sleep naked, Tony.
Sorry, what?
I sleep naked.
That was funny.
Yeah, sleep naked.
So you lay down while you eat your oatmeal, but sometimes you sit down while you eat your oatmeal.
Correct, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, how would you like to sit in Hoosier style?
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah, what do you got?
I have got not one, not two, not three, not five, four. 4 IU sitting chairs. These are chairs that have like a leather padding, and then the backs of the chairs, the cutout is the IU logo.
Oh, these are cool. At Tony Katz.
Right, on Twitter X, I posted them there. And they're in black, so it's black padding, black legs, and the backing is black. I don't know if that's wood or not. It looks wood to me, and it's cut out for the IU logo.
Oh, these are cool. Yeah, if you're an IU fan, you need these for the game Friday night. So you're going to have to move fast, work quickly.
Yeah, because if you're not sitting in these, I don't even know how you're supposed to watch the game.
You used to. I think Isaiah Thomas sat in all these seats at one point or another. So
wow.
Yeah. That's not true, but it'd be cool if it was.
That's a thought right there.
Yeah.
Admittedly, they're very cool. Now, I don't know if they're comfortable. Like, they're not armchairs or anything like that. They're just chairs that would be around a desk. But if you had like an office or something, people would be like, that's crazy cool. Because it is. They're crazy cool. And they could be yours. They're $130 each or $400 for all 4. What a bargain.
Now we're talking. Yeah, why not? This will be fun. Get them for the IU party. Yeah, surprise somebody. Be like, happy late Christmas.
Yeah, I got to admit, buying all 4 makes perfect sense. If you buy one, I think you're a serial killer. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All 4 makes perfect sense. This should be in an office somewhere, or like as like a bit of decor. It's cool. It's just cool. It makes perfect sense. You should get yours right now. We will have this listed on the marketplace there at WIBC.com. Check it out for yourself. They're in Indianapolis right now. Go get them. Otherwise, you know what? I won't even say it. Because that could be considered Kavorka, the bad juju, and I just won't. I'm the good juju, and I don't. That's double meaning. And I will not